Hello, this is actually not a class, this is just a moment together. And I wanted just to sit down with you and let's just have a chat about two things. I feel like it's important to share what to do when you fall out of your practice, of your yoga practice. And number two is, how do I start a yoga practice? Okay, so let's start with the number one. So when we fall out of our yoga practice, especially after having years of being very consistent and very committed, it just happens. There is no need to feel guilty. There is no need to judge yourself or trying to actually explain to yourself exactly why you fell out of your practice, right? And this is because life happens, right? Life gets busy. We start to shift our focus into other things. But the beautiful thing when that happens is like, you know that yoga never leaves your life. Once you find yoga, yoga will stay with you forever. You know, it's not that you have lost yoga, it's more about you just lost the connection to that practice. Okay, and there's always the opportunities to come back to it and come back and reconnect with that part of you, because that has happened to me, right? I was very committed to practice, and then as life starts to change and life starts to offer different things, you move away a little bit more of what a physical practice is. But I've noticed that even though I don't spend a lot of time on my mat, like moving mindfully, all the teachings that yoga has given me over the years, they're still with me. All right, especially in moments when I feel sad, frustrated, when I'm very reactive, when I'm trapped in an emotional place. This is when all the teachings that this beautiful practice has given me, this is a moment when I do my best to bring them back into myself so I can keep moving forward. Okay, so yoga has never left me, and not because I don't practice every day for 60 minutes. It doesn't mean that I don't have it in my life. It's still there, right? And so when you fall out of your practice and you're like, all right, I really want to get back into it, and I am very busy and I just don't know how, I'm going to give you two main tips. Okay, so, and this is the tips that I use, right, when I'm like, yeah, when I go back into practice. So number one is to let go of expectations, all right? Because obviously, if you haven't been practicing for a long time, your body is not going to be the same how you left it when you were practicing every day, and then how your body is going to be when you step on your mat again. All right, so removing that expectation of I have to be exactly how I was on the mat when I was practicing constantly or consistently, it has to go. You have to learn to meet yourself exactly where you are when you're stepping on your mat. Maybe, guess what? Maybe you will feel like a full beginner because a trikonasana or a warrior two, they actually feel hard now, but it's okay, right? So try to remove the expectations of I have to look exactly how, or not look, sorry, I have to feel, or my body has to feel the same way that it used to be. And then number two is you do not need 60 minutes to practice yoga, right? If life is too busy and we have so many life responsibilities, guess what? Doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of practice is more than enough, right? So we just need that moment to connect back to ourselves, to give ourselves back exactly what we need. So if it looks just like a 5 minutes of breath work, it's fine. If it looks like 10 minutes of meditation, it's fine. If it looks like 25 minutes of strength, it's fine. Okay, so just be gentle with yourself and don't try to go back into it straight away, right? It's like just little by little, and then and maybe you start with one class a week, right? Maybe it's one class of 10 minutes a week. Then the week after, it's like, well, now I can probably do twice a week, and maybe I can do 2 classes of 20 minutes. And then you start to move forward that way until maybe your practice is a little bit more consistent. Okay, so don't judge yourself, don't have expectations, and just give yourself the time when the time is available for you. Okay, now when we move into I am totally new in yoga, I don't know how to start, or I don't know how to start a yoga practice. Okay, I'm full beginner, I don't know how to start yoga. So we're going to start with I think the main one that we listen a lot is I am not flexible, so I can't do yoga. All right, so people that we've been practicing for a lot of years, we're still not flexible. All right, it's like flexibility comes with practice, but flexibility is not the main aim of yoga. Okay, the main benefit of yoga is just the openness to life. Okay, yes, we open our muscles, beautiful, all right, but we are open. If you think about stretching the muscle, you're opening the muscle, is that that's what we're trying to achieve from the practice. You know, we are open to whatever it's out there for us to explore, to be open to whatever it's out there for us to accept or to move with, or it's just about that openness towards life with an open heart. Okay, then the other thing is like, I don't know anything about yoga, so I can't do yoga because I'm gonna go to a class, or I'm gonna do a class online and the teacher is gonna be talking about that. I have no idea what it is. Well, guess what? You don't need to know. You don't need to know anything. All right, because what you need to know is about you and only you, not what the teacher is saying, not what other people tells you about yoga or what you hear about yoga. It's more about what do you know about yourself when you are moving. You know, like how are you talking to yourself when you're moving? How are you judging yourself when you're moving? Okay, so that's what's important. It's not what if you know the Sanskrit or if you know the poses or if you know the alignment. That doesn't matter. You will get there. Okay, so just approach this with I know nothing and I don't need to know anything. Okay, another one will be, well, I am not going to be good at it. Okay, so I do get that a lot, and I go like, and I ask, for example, this person, so what do you do for work? Oh, I'm an engineer. I said, okay, so when you came out from uni, were you as good as you are now? No. Okay, so that comes with experience. Okay, so now you are good at your job, you are good at making decisions, you are good at managing probably employees or managing a group of people, right? It's the same with yoga. You don't need to be good at it at all. Okay, so you just need to start slow and be good at yoga. It doesn't mean like you're gonna be doing all these amazing poses. It's more about, for me, being good in yoga is when I'm able to quiet my mind when I am practicing. When I can catch myself just focusing on what I'm feeling, what is going on with myself in that moment, that's when I know that I am doing good in yoga, okay? If I am not doing the splits, if I am not doing a specific pose in the right way, who cares, right? So I know that I'm being good with my practice when I can show up fully, when I can be fully present in what I'm doing moment by moment. Okay, so I just wanted to have this little chat with you because obviously for me it's more the point number one, or falling out of my physical practice a little bit and trying to get back into it. And I do follow what I share with you, so I do practice shorter classes, but I make sure that I am fully present and I am really giving it my 100%, actually 99, because nothing is 100. I'm giving it my 99% just to be on my mat, right? And for my beginner friends, just take small steps, and the first step will be to press play on a video. Start with the slow flow classes. We have a beginners friendly classes as well. We have a beginner series as well, where you will learn in a very slow pace some of the asanas, so some of the poses. Start with breath work, right? So you can start to understand the importance of paying attention to your breath. So start slow, but the main thing is just start. Give it a go and see how you feel. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this chat. I've been wanting to do this chat for a long time, but and now it's happening. So I hope you've been enjoying the platform, and remember that we're here for you for any questions, or if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. So see you next time.